Peterborough has record numbers of people sleeping rough and has had record numbers of people in emergency accommodation, with many claiming more homes are needed. Our by-election reporter Ben Stevenson has been taking a closer look at the issue.
It's a bright and sunny morning in Cathedral Square. Some people are on their way to work, some are visiting the shops and restaurants, and others are waking up after spending the evening sleeping rough. For the Reverend Canon Ian Black, it's one of the biggest problems facing the city.
Every time I go out of the front door and go to get a daily paper, there are people sleeping in doorways. Now, a couple of years ago, there might have been one or two, but there really weren't. Now there are loads. I mean, the other week I went through and there were 15 sleeping in doorways in just a short trip. That's a lot of people sleeping in doorways. And what's led to that homelessness is a highly complex issue, and there's usually a relationship breakdown there, some sort of mental illness. Likely there'll be substance abuse, people who've struggled with benefits and just struggle with life in all sorts of ways. And it's the churches which have come together and have started. We ran the winter night shelter, but we also have something called Garden House, run by Light Project Peterborough, which is providing a hub of services, and that's got embedded in it rough sleeper officers, outreach officers and housing officers from the council, and the council are putting money into this. So there are things happening, and it's making a difference. It's transforming people's lives, but that's a massive issue. We also know there are people who can't get housing because there's a shortage of housing in the city. Despite all the house building taking place around here, we don't have enough housing.
Peterborough has seen its fair share of housing development in recent years, but it's not been enough to meet demand. A new wave of housing is planned, like this development in Eye. But locals here, like Del McKean, have had enough.
We've had 2 local plans, and they've significantly increased the number of houses in the village. It's now about 5,200 residents. We're stood here now to a new housing build that's going on, which was originally for 35 houses. Now it's 65. It's lost the buffer to the nature reserve, but all the council are really interested in is the number of houses they can get in. And the existing residents have said for many years now that they cannot cope with any more growth in the village. It's now, with this build and the new local plan of another 250 houses, going to bring the number of residents to around about 6,000. We're stood against the A47 bypass here. This is one significant roadblock. Single carriageway, needs to be dual carriageway. And then there is the rat run that runs past the primary school down Ivory Road, where we get all the rat run because the bypass is full. The other significant issue there is these 250 houses that have now been approved as part of the local plan are actually going to come out on Ivory Road right next to the school. So that's going to make a significant problem in the village.
That's our Peterborough by-election reporter Ben Stevenson speaking to the Reverend Canon Ian Black and Dale McKean, who lives in the village of Eye.